Good morning, Otaka Squad. It's your boy Romanik, Mr. Enemy 343, and welcome back to yet another exciting live stream. Basically, oh boy, how do I put this? A lot of people have actually been freaking having it. We've actually been dealing with so many freaking people actually making fun of us, dealing with our craziness and all that stuff. And, well, I don't know how to actually put this into terms exactly. Hold on. Oh, we got DD.
You're lucky I ain't busy this week.
That's good. Well, basically, you needed somebody to talk to.
Okay, so what's happening in the toxic waste dump that is Twitbird?
Oh, freaking somebody actually decided to freaking call me a freaking pedo.
Odd. It's Monday, not Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Yeah, it's whenever I can stay awake long enough to join. I just got lucky today.
No. It's a trope on TV tropes where something happens so much you wonder if it's Tuesday. Like
Oh,
when
okay.
the bad guy from Street Fighter is talking to Chun-Li and she's like, "You killed my father." He says, "Your life changed that day, but for me, it was Tuesday."
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
That's the joke. So when Mr. A said someone called him a pedo bear, I'm like, odd, it's not Tuesday.
Nice.
Oh God. Basically,
I'm serious though. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, there, Bubba.
Oh, I want to see M. Bison fight the Kingpin from Marvel, like head to head. I want to see the two of them brawl.
That would be fun.
Well, isn't Capcom the one who owns Street Fighter, or am I mistaken?
No, Capcom
Yeah.
on Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Well, then there should be an option to have M. Bison and the Kingpin because they do Capcom versus Marvel, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, the Kingpin isn't somebody they would normally traditionally put in a fighting game like that, which doesn't make any
Oh,
sense.
come
The dude,
on! Come
yeah, I
on!
was going to say
You have
the dude. Oh,
If you
go
have
ahead.
free reign to use Marvel characters, you damn well should add villains.
I was fixed to say the dude. Oh, they got plenty of villains, but the dude is literally this side of 7 feet tall. He's he's hella strong, and despite his size, he is trained like a fucking ninja. The dude is absolutely on point. He would be great for a fighting game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
He's a
wonder,
monster.
I wonder if the Kingpin is like the Blob and his girth is
No,
more of a mutant ability.
no. He practices mind over matter. It's martial arts.
That's pretty much it. Good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
Oh yeah, Dio's sick, so I don't know if he's gonna show up.
Well, basically, he said that he was actually ready, so said he actually had to go to work at 2 today.
Oh.
That's why I started the stream early. But if he actually feels sick, I hope he actually has a speedy recovery and all that stuff. But in all seriousness, guys, I was actually been called a pedo because of some freaking loser just decided to actually trash on me.
Okay, what child-looking character that's legally an adult were you talking about this time? Because it's always when you're talking about someone who looks like a child, but legally they're an adult.
Oh, God. I don't even know where to begin. Because basically, they're probably freaking...
I'll be honest. Look, if someone's talking about Anya in a sexual way, yeah, that person needs to be buried beneath the jail because Anya is a child. But there are characters that are childlike. Hell, there are real people you would mistake for a 13-year-old that are like my age, 34.
According to the SJWs, that makes you a pedo anyway, even though they're consenting adults.
Okay, look, I'm 34. I've had people in recent years mistake me for a 15-year-old, and I'm 5'2".
Oh no, yeah,
I am
no,
not a child, damn it.
I know this one girl that's 28 and her sister is 26, and they were at the and we her mom stuck it on Facebook. I've known her for a real long time. Her mom put this on Facebook, and we I worked with her for a while. Not her mom, the girl I'm talking about, and all of her coworkers, we made fun of her for days because the waitress showed up and didn't even think about it, handed her and her sister kids menus. Put the crayons on the table and everything.
Yeah, but my point is this bullshit that you can't be a certain age if you look like younger than you look.
Yeah.
All I have to do is show my ID, and if I want, I can get a beer. I wouldn't because I'm a diabetic, and liquor is one of the things that could fucking kill me. But I just show my ID, and that's enough for someone to be like, okay, this says you were born in 88. Okay, that's all we need to know. You can legally get a margarita or whatever.
All I have to do is just shave my beard and mustache, and I'm already mistaken for a child.
Yeah.
I mean, BuzzFeed actually, and this is how stupid the whole child thing is when I'm referencing BuzzFeed. But they did of the annoyance of being babyface. And it's like, I've gone through all this shit. I mean, I haven't had someone basically tell me my ID must be fake, but I've gone through everything else. And this is how stupid it is. I'm actually giving positive feedback to BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you have an ID, to me, that kind of thing. Imagine getting charged with having a fake ID, and let's say you get arrested for having a fake ID and underage consumption, and all of a sudden when they look up your records and of your social security number and everything, and then they find out, oh, you actually are over the age when you spent a night after you spent the night in jail at your arraignment, and when they get pull up your information and stuff.
Yeah, my dad.
That would hopefully be a lawsuit right there.
My dad would be for the scummiest lawyer to take the city to court for that if it happened to me.
That'd be hilarious.
The problem is they'd hide behind qualified immunity, but
Yeah.
Maybe you could get it. Maybe the appeals court would somehow rule on it, which usually they don't.
Also, she who must not be named has one of her little simp lackeys going after that umbrella guy.
Yeah, I heard. Basically,
it's like, for fuck's sake, bitch, you lost. If you want to keep somewhat of a career, you need to stop, and you need to tell your little simpy assholes to stop going after YouTubers whose only fault was covering the fucking trial. That wouldn't have happened if you had listened to your ex-husband when he said, you don't want to take this to the public, it'll fuck you over. But you decided that you had the mighty vagina that obviously you were going to win. Didn't win, did you, bitch?
The only reason why I think Johnny Depp won is because there was a recording saying, well, who they're gonna believe? Because she basically said it right in one of those recorded conversations, who are they gonna believe? Basically.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem with feminism, is that it basically gives women this automatic credibility, kind of like how a police officer in court is automatically considered credible. The women are basically automatically considered credible, almost on par with police officers. And we know that just like police officers, women can lie.
I love my sisters, I do, but if they ever did something scummy as what she who must not be named, then I would say you are dead to me. Any children you have, I will still be in their lives because I love my nieces and nephews. But don't ever talk to me again because I'm disgusted with you.
Honestly, I'd probably end up in jail if I found out that a girl I know was doing that. Because there needs to be, the government won't impose any consequences, so people have to take the law into their own hands.
Dude,
Someone's got to impose
don't say that
consequences.
on a live feed, please. Do not say that on a live feed, please.
Because something happens, you are basically suspect number one if it happens to someone.
You're suspect number
Luckily,
1,
I don't
3,
know
12,
anyone.
and 18.
Luckily, I don't know any girls.
Also,
So.
I actually had a bit of a conversation with both Moculus and Masturbator, and of course, and we actually came to an understanding. And basically, I've chosen not to actually, start any more beef with those guys. And like I said, I'm just gonna let bygones be bygones with those guys. They don't provoke us. We don't provoke them. Okay, simple as that.
Well,
kind of like what the U.S. should be with Russia, but good luck with that.
I've been saying you really shouldn't do a lot of videos about people. I mean, how many videos did you do of Sad Fat Betty, and he kept coming back with yet another video?
Sad Fat Betty.
Okay, you tell me if you didn't know he was a guy when you first saw him, you wouldn't think he was a fat girl.
Oh my God.
Tell me you wouldn't think that.
Oh God!
I mean, his moves are bigger than my boobs.
I guess it's possible to assume their gender.
All right, hold on.
And then he started wearing skirts.
Oh wait,
he is not a femboy. I mean, can you imagine him in a Sailor Fuku?
Please don't ever say that again.
No.
Enough.
Where's Matt to send people to Detroit? Damn it!
and I'm also glad Vic's getting work again finally. And
fuck yeah.
The only reason I'm still using Monica's name is because she's with abusive assholes, and I can't be for sure that she's not being forced to say that shit. Once those assholes are gone, if she's still a bitch, she's like bitch cakes marching.
Also, cockadoodle pussy.
What the hell?
But I actually talked in a YouTube video, I think it was for Yellow Flash, about it to a guy who's a voice actor, and I pointed out to him that
you need this sign there, Zio? The don't tempt fate sign.
Oh, you actually got a sign like that.
Anyway, I was talking to him, and I pointed out that people keep saying Vic supposedly assaulted over 100 women, yet not one fucking police report. And he's like, right? And he's like, you can't tell me that Vic did this for 20 plus years, and no one was told by like their children or whatever he would quote unquote assault, that they didn't tell the parents, the security, what have you.
It's basically it's what they're trying. It's like they're trying to attack. I think I think they're trying to attack like anime, the industry, as like it's part of the whole pedophilia moral panic that they're trying to push onto anime.
Yeah.
I think there's an element of it, at least, with the whole Vic situation.
Are you kidding me?
They would live. I mean, these people, they see people as groups. So what they're saying is they're willing to sacrifice people in order for the greater good. So even if that means lying about someone, they're willing to lie if it means that getting rid of someone is for the greater good or whatnot.
In all fairness, I've seen people draw worse stuff for stuff from Western society. I mean, yeah, I'll see stuff of like Nezuko and stuff, but they usually age her or other characters up to be legal age. But I've seen
but this is a side issue.
Well, I've seen I've seen stuff where people draw
Right.
Dora the Explorer in lewd acts, and the only reason I know is because I used to make stuff for my nieces and nephews, when they were in the age group to like Dora the Explorer and stuff, for reference and stuff. The things I've seen. There was
Vietnam
Oh
flashback.
God, yeah,
From
the
my-
internet. That's basically
Vietnam flashbacks for
Eh.
media.
But no, but this was a side issue. No, this was a side issue I was getting, but it is a parallel issue to that, is what they tried to do to Vic. See, they're trying to see. It's like a war on multiple fronts. They're trying to attack the fiction angle, but they're also trying to link. And because I think what they're going to try to do is find someone that they could label a pedophile, and then try
Well,
to
why
link
not
that
the
up with it.
actual pedophile that
They
Monica was
got
actually
one.
dating at one
Actually, if they want a pedophile to try to
Yeah, they
get
got
something,
one.
they won't be
Or
able to link it to
how
fiction. They
about
won't be able to do that.
Mills,
But
who groomed
but they
the
but they
16
do have a pedophile that they need to deal with. That's Damon Mills.
Hmm.
Damian Mills, he groomed a 16-year-old.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I'm gonna ignore that because he's quote unquote part of the queer community, and he hates Vic too. So
No,
get rid
Mind
of one
you,
of our
by the way,
allies.
mind you, by the way, they went down Vic's throat when he was falsely accused. Almost everyone was cussing him out, chewing him out, demanding that Vic gets out of here, go kills himself or whatever. When Damian Mills's pedophile ass gets caught red-handed, it's all silent. It's like, wait, what's that energy at? Where's that fucking energy at that you had for accusing Vic Mignon?
They have Reddit brain. That's the problem. They have Reddit brain. I don't think we can't even call Damon Mills a groomer. Instead, we have to call him a predator, and that's
Pedo bear.
spelled
He
like
is a pedo bear. I don't
By
know
the
what
way,
you would call the queer
who-
equivalent of a pedo bear, but he's a pedo bear nonetheless.
He's
by
a
the way-
So
fucking
is Ezra
you know
Miller.
how you have the term Redditor for people who go on Reddit. Well, turn that into predator, as in Reddit predator.
I mean, hell,
Yeah.
Reddit has already banned the word groomer because it offends apparently the LGBT, which
Again,
fam.
what the fuck happens if I need to find a good dog groomer in my area? I'm fucked.
okay,
then.
well, guys, I gotta say something here.
The
Basically,
word,
let me
basically.
just put it like this. Basically, since freaking people say that Satomu Miyazaki is like the reason why the anime community is what it is. Wouldn't that actually be like the same thing like for like Jeffrey Dahmer or John Wayne Gacy with the LGBT community?
I mean, if they want to go down that route, that's a really dark route to go down, because that would mean that sure they would get rid of anime, but they'd also go back to the days when being gay was illegal. If they want to have that mutual exchange, I guess.
God help us if we go far enough back that it's considered a mental illness again.
I mean, hell, with these SJWs and the fucking pronouns, pretty soon the mindset of the 1900s will come back. When you hear someone is LGBT, it's going to be, oh god, this is a mentally challenged person.
I mean, that's the problem, is that these activists are actually causing homophobia and transphobia and stuff like that. They're causing it.
Because you have individuals like me and Didi here, as well as Revna, who are normal, sane individuals. Yes, we are LGBT, but guess what? We have a personality. We have hobbies. We do things.
We want representation, but we don't want it at the expense of a straight character.
Yeah, we don't want to fucking swap out or whatever. Hell,
We don't want to fuck kids.
They can make. I mean, I'm just saying they have to make new characters.
Yeah, that's
what I want. I want a new character that I can love. That's why I love Luz. She started out as bisexual. It wasn't this, oh, we've seen evidence that she's obviously straight, but oh, wait, now she loves Amity.
Oh yeah, the Gen shitters, I call them. The people. It's rampant in the Genshin Impact fandom for some reason.
Yeah, in fact, I have some good news, guys. I am actually close to hitting freaking 350.
Nice.
Nice.
One thing I
God
do want to
damn it, Loch Ness monster!
One thing I do want to throw out there too. That game that's being postponed because of the Wokies, Massage Freaks. First of all, it looks like a great fucking game, and if I'm not mistaken, the reason why it's being postponed is because the company is going to, sue the Wokies for, talking shit. But one thing I do want to throw out there though is I guarantee you, if Massage Freaks was a game about grooming drag kids, the SJWs would be all applauding, saying, "Let us brave and go."
Luckily, Japan does not. I think honestly, I think Japan's sick of our shit.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be
but
fair, the company's suing the SJWs for talking shit about the game, so I'm pretty sure they are getting sick of their shit because you look at the localization of the "I turned my best friend into a girl" or whatever it was called.
Oh,
Where
where evidently drag queens don't fucking exist anymore.
yeah, and they were talking about
Because let's be honest, that's what a femboy is, more or less, is a drag queen.
yeah, and they were talking about the creator was like, "Hey, localizers, what the fuck is this shit? Don't you dare do this." And that's what Japan needs to start doing. Like, no, you're not going to take this character or this dialogue and
Please, they
change
need
it.
to make
Here's the thing. With Massage Freaks, I think that the problem was that there was like the Japanese feminists, like the ones who the SJWs. At least I think that we were the test case, and I think Japan has seen what has happened, and I think there's a lot more pushback in Japan against it than there was here when it first started out. If there was pushback like there is in Japan, if there was that kind of pushback in 2012 here, we would probably still have Senran Kagura today.
Anyway,
okay. Let me just break something up here.
God
This
damn
is
it,
why we
I'm gonna-
actually have freaking Ken Nakamura. Well, Didi, let me finish.
But I'm gonna forget what I want to say because I keep
Write
waiting.
it down.
Okay, just wait a minute. Let me just actually say what I need to say, then I'll let you talk, okay? Okay, so what I was trying to say is this is why we actually freaking are proud to actually have Ken Akamatsu, a freaking mangaka of Love Hina and all the other creations that he's actually made. Actually, winning the freaking seat in the
Holy shit, that was him! I love Negma.
Yes.
Yep, and what that will do is that will with him, between him and the other one that's in the lower house, the one that other guy that got in like a few years ago. There's one person in each of their like their version of our house and their version, and one in their version of our Senate, basically.
Okay, can I please?
It would be like having a weeb in. It would be like having a weeb in the House and the weeb in the Senate, just as an analog.
Actually, let Didi have the floor. Okay, go.
I'm gonna lose my train of thought, and it's gonna take me forever to remember what I wanted to say again. Anyway, I think companies and mangakas need to have in the contract when it comes to localizing in other countries and stuff, a thing that says if you try to change anything about my baby without my permission, I will break this contract and you will never see any of my shit again.
That's what they should do.
That's yeah.
Exactly. Like
yeah.
Create a non-disclosure agreement or an NDA.
Or it would be a clause in the contract, the license agreement.
That way, any asshole who's like, oh, well, instead of taking into account this is basically a drag queen, I'm going to make them a girl instead. They basically get fired by the company when they end up losing a big client because this asshole decided, well, we need to make them trans instead of, being a fucking femboy.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that they're erasing a gay male character.
Which, mind you, these are the people that say we need inclusion and representation.
Yeah.
Okay,
we need representation, and you're taking one of the few legitimate representations we got. Y'all are no better than the assholes back in the early days when dubbing Sailor Moon that made Uranus and Neptune cousins.
Yeah, 4 kids, I think it was, right?
No, it was called Cloverfield or something. But it made it
Mhm.
worse because you can't remove the stuff that's basically romantic, which basically turns them from a lesbian couple to a lesbian couple from fucking Alabama.
Oh
Yeehaw.
God.
Oh God damn
But
it.
anyway,
why
the
are
reason-
people fucking going that route?
and what I was gonna say is that
No.
what the whole Ken Akamatsu thing will do is it will basically it will create a lot it will create a lot more resistance to the UN, for example, like the globalists that want to push this new definition of basically the whole basically they want to put like an Australia style ban on certain content, and they want to force that worldwide, and Japan is like one of the biggest sticking points, and
Also,
with Ken Akamatsu will basically put a stop to the UN trying that kind of shit.
have any of y'all watched the newest version of Kitaro? It's the
No.
kid that helps supernatural creatures. I think he's 1, 2. It depends on which anime you're watching, but the newest one they had a reference to Logan Paul by having this little shit destroy a seal that was keeping a vampire tree, I think it was, from getting loose into Tokyo. And he decided to be like, so do you guys want me to destroy this thing? And you see
Oh
a bunch of
God.
people going, yeah, destroy it. And I'm like, I can't be mad at Japan because Logan Paul did do something disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, that's how stupid Logan Paul is, and I hope his no fans hear that. Your hero, whatever you want to call him, is a piece of shit.
Yeah, and the funny thing is YouTube sure took their time dealing with it.
And of course, because Logan Paul
He should have
gets
gotten a
the money.
strike. He should have gotten a strike like as soon as someone reported. He should have gotten a strike right then. Not
He made too much. He made too much money. They didn't want to confront him.
There you go.
and
There
you know
go.
that's what you do. To be safe on YouTube and do what you want to do, you have to get big first. You have to get like almost to PewDiePie's level big, and then you can do what you want.
What pisses me off about that whole thing is the people defending him with things like, oh, well, he was nervous, that's why he was laughing. I'll give you that. We do a lot of weird things when we're panicking. But
Okay, hold on.
never ever would I be like, oh, dead body, let me film me slapping it around
Let's
and
desecrate
post it to YouTube. No, that is not my first thought. That's like, oh my God, what's the number I need to call to let someone know there's a dead body in the woods?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but of course, because Logan Paul is so big, YouTube is going to protect him. It's just like with if it was any of us, if Mr. A did something stupid like that, he would be gone, terminated.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't even give him a strike. They probably just ban him right outright, like they
They
tend to
nuke
do.
him from space.
Guys. Turns out that freaking ZR Returns Gaming says that Australia's new prime minister vetoed all media bans last month, and he had tagged me to it.
That's
so.
only new
Okay,
media.
can we pull our money together to get the new prime minister a fruit basket? Because that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, let's give him a fruit basket.
Yeah, I the thing is that unless it get like a bunch of weebs into their Congress, they're still not going to repeal the law that bans that has the potential to ban certain ecchi manga. Even without the like the whole classification system, because I know that they have this very broad CP law that even covers cartoons. So
the problem with censorship is, though, where does it stop? Do we also censor stuff meant for adults? Do we tell the Louvre that you gotta put a bra on Venus because her nipples can't be?
let me. There's actually something I want to say. You know how they basically banned lolly and non-con from like sites like Patreon and stuff. Now they're going after Futanari because they're saying it's transphobic.
That's
what
what
did I
sounds.
miss?
That's what's absolutely stupid because, first and foremost, Futanari, 9 times out of 10, it's always a woman who uses magic or a potion or whatever to grow her clit into a dick. Now, there's other cases like with Chimera from Konosuba, who is technically a Fuda, but that has nothing to do with, being trans or whatever. That's just, again,
it's
magic.
because they're saying that it fetishizes it fetishizes intersex and trans people. It's like, see, they're trying to put it basically, Lolly was her foot in the door, and I knew they're going to go for non-con next. They did that, and now they're going for Fuda. They're trying to they're trying to ban all non-politically correct hentai, basically.
And
eventually they're going to come for the big breast.
Whoa. Okay, guys,
Linkar's gonna be pissy then because he likes that shit. It was revealed he likes that shit, and that makes me giggle because he's the biggest simp feminazi there is. But he likes that shit. You think he'd be like, "Oh, you're right, this is offensive," but no, I just imagine him in his little hovel, like, "No, they can't take it. It's my fetish."
Well, they haven't done it yet, but again, this all starts with people saying, well, about it all starts with them criticizing it, in air quotes, and then they start saying, well, this is problematic, and we're seeing violence against trans people. Maybe we should ban this, and it just escalates.
That's
Okay.
No. That
I'm
don't work.
going to find it, but Bill Burr said a perfect thing about the whole political correctness thing. Just give me a second to find it.
All right, well, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys.
I go make boom boom.
All right.
So,
But one thing I do want to say though is when it comes to the whole Futanari and trap thing, that has nothing to do with the LGBT. Futanari is basically when a woman uses magic to grow her clit into a dick, and then proceeds.
I just think that they hate. Basically, they think all the weebs are misogynist, so what they want to take away all of our content. They want.
Hello? Do I not exist to these assholes?
No,
you don't.
Remember,
You do not.
Women are not supposed to enjoy spicy content like this. Like it kind of goes back to the whole with the
they call it internalized misogyny if you do.
Yeah,
it goes back. Suck my fucking clit.
It goes. Wait, maybe you should turn your clit into a dick.
No, because then they'd say I assaulted them.
Yeah, that's true.
But see, that's my problem though. I guess they want all hentai to look like Steven Universe's dad. In a wig, but just saying.
Look, I love Steven Universe, but not enough to want to see porn of it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And the funny thing is that it's
that how it's the thing that is sexualizing the trans community or whatever. I mean, that's kind of bullshit because they sexualize themselves.
And here's the thing. And I've been saying this ever since they started trying to ban lolly. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was just going to be the foot in the door, and that it would expand. But no one would believe. Like a lot of the people, of a lot of anime fans, just would not believe me, and they would say, "Well, it should be banned because it sexualizes kids." Like, and then when I told them that it would expand, they would say, "Oh, you're just
people who are of legal age that look like children." Now, if we're talking about having a character like Anya from Spy X Family being looted, yeah, that's wrong because Anya is an actual child.
But they're fictional still.
Yeah,
I know, but my point is, if you're gonna complain about something, you need to know the correct term. Lollies are not actual children; they just look like children.
I guess what I'm saying is that even if you started there, it would all that would do would be delay the inevitable, because first they would go after that, and then they would go even if they only went after things like Anya at first, that it would have still expanded to where it is now. It just would be like maybe 2 or 3 years from now.
Okay, well,
It would have just delayed the inevitable.
I'm gonna be right back. Back. I have to go to the restroom.
But like I was saying before, though, these clowns, they want to change it to it suits their delusion. Because I guarantee you, if, again, going back to Massage Freaks, if Massage Freaks, damn it, Ugh. If Massage Freaks was a game based on, grooming children into becoming drag queens that the SJW supports so much, they would be all for it. They would be praising it.
Yeah, I think the reason is I just think that the SJWs, they hate weaves, and they've basically summarily judged us as misogynists, and so they want to get rid of all the content we like.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
But that's the
because
thing.
it's because of
It's
how
not just weebs, it's nerds.
proximity. They're treating us like they treated gamers back in the day.
Well,
Back
like I
when,
said,
the whole Gamergate thing.
it's geeks and nerds in general. Like they, these are the same people. See, that's what's so funny about it. They, they make fun of us all, for decades, and then they turn around and act like the victims, and then they manage to do exactly what they tried to do, silence us. Only this time they're pretending to be the victims.
Because that's
Yeah.
all they know how to do is they know how to be the victim. They, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, they will sit there and play victim so everyone can give them sympathy points. Be like, oh, you are being mean to this, special little snowflake.
They're trying to
Pretty much
turn
it.
themselves into self-martyrs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is it just to me it's like a lot of it I just cannot explain because it just seems so nonsensical. Like it just does not make sense. It's like there's no word for it of what kind of thing they're doing because it's just very hard to explain for me of what they're doing because it just makes no sense. It's like they want to ban this. They want to ban this content because
it's persecution. The word you're looking for is persecution.
Yeah,
I guess, but it's like they want to censor our stuff because I guess it's because of straight white males like it or something. It's like they don't want to. It's not the content they have the problem with. It's us they have a problem with. They want to ban the content just to get at us.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's more
It's
than
not the
just
content
that.
they hate. A lot of them like the content secretly. It's just that they don't want us to have it. So they want to ban it, and they would get it underground.
It's more than just them wanting to ban the things that we enjoy. It's also because, let's say, like Lolly, they're looking at what people are enjoying with Lolly characters and saying, how can they enjoy that out in the open and freely without being persecuted when someone like closeted pedophile can't do the same? So they're trying to bet. So they're projecting their feelings onto anime fans and Lolly fans because they're jealous that they can be open with their community and fandom.
And what's going to happen? And the thing is, I think they're leveraging a lot of the moral panic that started ever since Pizzagate. I noticed that ever since Pizzagate really kicked off, like back that conspiracy theory back in the day, it just snowballed like the whole anti-lolly sentiment.
You're saying back in the day, like that wasn't just like 6 years ago.
Yeah, sure it was 6 years ago, but ever since then, it's snowballed to this anti-lolly sentiment just freaking exploded after that whole thing. I think it's a moral panic, just like whole violence in video games after Columbine, basically.
Well, guys, I mean, y'all have to understand there has been, there has been no industry on God's green earth that took a hit like comic books did. Like they were literally burning them in the streets. People can argue that music, that rock and roll had the same issue, when they were burning the Beatles albums and stuff. There's a difference. That industry actually made more money as a result of it. Comic books were almost stifled to death until the early 2000s.
And this is and the I think you think that they wouldn't do to us what the right wingers did to them. You think that they would know better.
Well, yeah, but
They
again,
don't.
it's more about control. These are the people with pronouns in their bio
Well,
who.
I think what it is, I think it's a lot similar to like the Chinese thinking, because like like for example, like Genshin Impact, a lot of that in China was a lot of that was censored. And a lot of these people that the same people who want to ban Lolly, ban Fuda, and ban everything like that,
Also,
they want to cover up the female characters that are beautiful. They want to cover them up. It really it's like a left wing version of what we dealt with in the 90s. With the whole morality thing that happened in like the 90s, early 2000s. It's making a comeback, but on the left.
Yeah. Also, Neff brings
It
up a
just
good
doesn't make
point.
sense.
Says,
You think that you think that they wouldn't want to do the same thing to us? They're basically doing the same thing.
Okay, so no, let me just actually read Nep's line here. I got recently affected by this anti-loli BS. Someone was complaining about one of my artworks having a bikini, yet no one in real life has a problem with it. Lol.
Because these people live on Twitter. They
I
believe
think
Twitter
it's
is
Tumblr.
real life.
I think the whole anti-law thing is an extension of the whole sexism thing that was plagued video games. It's an extension of it. It's its logical conclusion is that.
Well, yes, all of it's connected. It's all a bunch of feminazis coming after geek hobbies. That's literally what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing is that. And the thing is that now that I hope that now that they're if they do go after Fuda art, I hope that will wake some people up, and like some of the anti-lolly people up, and at least even if it's just one of them wakes up to the fact that this just expands and expands. Maybe there'll be a few more that will wake up to it and just stop caring and say, well, and just go out and just stop wanting to censor, because they will realize that it's going to eventually get to what they like.
And what they like is real life children and drag.
No, I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people who are on the fence, not the ringleaders.
Oh, I thought you were talking about those people, not the people who are still undecided. When I came back,
Yeah, the people who it's the people who hate
well,
Lolly for the moral panic reasons, and not the actual leftists that are pushing this.
Well,
the
I
projectors.
was gonna bring up. I've already started seeing it because I don't know if y'all know about the Buffy reboot they're thinking about doing, where they cast Buffy as with a black girl. Personally, I think it could work if it's
the new Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a black chick.
Let me finish. I think it could work if it's by irony that the next Vampire Slayer is also named Buffy, and yet current Buffy is somehow still alive, so she's like a mentor. That's how I could see it working. But
or doing like the Obi-Wan ghost thing.
But that could work too. But I went on the Mary Sue. I go on the Mary Sue from time to time just to see how even more stupid they've gotten. And they were complaining about the Animaniacs reboot not having Hello Nurse. And then they complained about Buffy possibly being recast as with a black actress. I'm like, oh, you didn't mind when Shiri was basically shitting on the She-Ra fans, but the minute it's something you love from your childhood, suddenly it's not okay.
Because it's full
again, because it's a normie show.
And also, let's read.
Hold on, guys. Zio actually says in Bluey season 2, episode 5, Bluey says anime, and that line was cut from Disney Plus.
Of course, Mickey Mouse wouldn't approve of it. Mickey
But
Mouse
yet
was going
they'll
to say,
still make money off of dubbing the Hayao Miyazaki films or Studio Ghibli in general.
I guarantee you, if it was like you like children, the House of Mouse would be all for that.
Also,
Yeah, that's a problem. You know,
also here's the thing for Bill Burr. In an interview with Forbes, Burr stated his belief that political correctness does not address the problems it is aimed at fixing, such as racism, because it only focuses on the vocabulary people use rather than changing the attitude that people have. He has also said the political correctness has no answer for or impact on other major socio-political issues, such as the power held by banks and pharmaceutical companies.
and
Hold on.
and when it comes to our hobbies and starting a parallel industry, like for example, if someone wanted to make art of, let's say, for example, Marie Rose, since Marie Rose by Patreon standards is now considered a lolly, and by that, basically with Patreon, you're not allowed to do that. So the money men are now starting to come after. They've been doing this for a while, but
Jesus.
the problem is that the banks are not now, for a while have had basically been using their power to, especially with the monopoly with the payment processors, is to control what people can draw. And I think this comes from MasterCard, actually. I think they're the ones fronting this.
Oh yeah. These are the very same damn people, and this is why I'd be like, oh, why you don't want to take commissions? Because that shit could happen. I'm like, I'm not interested in that shit.
You might as if you're gonna do commissions, you might as well just do it in cryptocurrency.
But
Yeah.
see,
Yeah, I agree.
okay.
Just don't be like the people with the NFTs where it's like you can have
NFTs. I
$1 million
want to say something. NFTs were the worst thing to ever happen to cryptocurrency. NFTs are a scam.
There's actually a comic someone drew that I fucking love, but it shows this female artist like, haha, I've made an NFT that'll make me $1 million. And this guy who's drawn as let me finish. This guy who's drawn as the Chad thing comes up and she says, ooh, do you want to pay for my NFT? And he's like, nah, I'm just going to right click and save it. And she's like, no. And you see her call the cops saying, he stole my NFT and didn't pay for it. And she starts screaming, what do you mean that's not important?
I'm surprised the cops didn't threaten to fine her.
Yeah, not just that, but again, these idiots, they
I'm kind of wondering why she who must not be named hasn't been fined for sending her lackeys to basically harass that umbrella guy, because if I remember correctly, you get fined for wasting police's time.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is with swatting. It's very hard for them to track them down.
Yeah, especially
our telephone system is ancient. Our telephone system.
Guys, please, Chow had something to say. God, Chow.
Finally, I've been trying to say something all day. So, anyways, just one question: what would happen if sexy anime women became NFTs?
I mean,
I would just commission more. I guess someone would come up with some original IP, and there would be more anime women who aren't NFTs, because people would make their own. And
I'm gonna be honest. I'd probably do like the chat in that comic I told y'all about and just right click. But I would do that. But there'd probably be more people buying NFTs if it was that case.
Well, I could be an asshole and just do this instead.
Were you talking about the comic from the server I sent?
Yeah.
No, that was an Amphibia meme. The thing that I'm talking about is this girl claiming how she drew an NFT that she was going to make $1 million off of. And then you had this chat of a guy come in and she's like, you want to buy it? No, I'm just going to right click. And it's like, that's the thing. They act like people are going to pay for a fucking code and stuff when they can just right click and get the thing for free. And then the NFTs aren't even really that good to look at.
Yeah,
It's
you know,
kinda
this is the
cringe
problem with
looking.
NFTs are a scam. The only reason why I advocate for cryptocurrency, and I think that Japanese companies should allow, should take it, because if Japanese companies took cryptocurrency, they wouldn't have to. Then the people in the U.S. could just buy directly, bypass Mastercard, bypass the banks, and just give money directly without a middleman. So there'd be no one who could say. There'd be no one who could regulate what content Americans could buy from Japan.
Okay. Well, I gotta cut you off, Cerno, because apparently Ruby King actually had something he wanted to say. So, Ruby King, go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Well, before I leave, thank you, Mr. Anime, for having me. But go check out Magaka's Murakumo's channel. We're trying to get her at subs so that way she can streaming with her boobs out. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Go subscribe to Magaka Murakumo. Thank you.
Yep.
Will do.
I've already
Also-
subscribed there as well, there, Ruby King.
Also, just want to say this: I'm almost at 100 subscribers.
Way to go. Basically,
almost close to
Just need
100
one
followers.
more.
I'm supposed to
Uh,
be pity, you know.
I have over 200 subscribers on my YouTube, and I don't know why, because I hardly post anything. It's like, who are you people?
They just actually really like you. I mean, they just actually really like your personality.
I think I should
Can you give me a link to the channel to that channel you said to subscribe to?
actually.
I think Ruby's gone.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, dude, you have a wonderful split personality.
I have an interesting idea what I could do on Pixit. I mean, not Pixit. Since I hit like almost close to like 100 followers.
Man, when I
Okay,
become
Dio, no. That's rude. I don't like those kinds of mental illness. Considering I don't have them, I don't like them being made fun of.
What
I'm sorry.
mental illness?
thanks, Scissor Gaming. Sorry, I butchered your name. Zazarus Gaming.
Oh,
He
yeah,
said congrats.
Amateur Gaming? Yeah. Basically, he's actually saying congrats to Shadows for hitting 100 subscribers.
Well, I didn't reach 100 yet. I'm 22 away, though.
Nice.
I just get the feeling that one day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna have 1 million. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's gonna be fun to see.
Because every time I look at my subscriber count, I'm always amazed because I'm like, I don't do anything. I mean, the most interesting thing I have on my channel is dubs of webcomics I've done, like geeky stuff.
Yeah, but one of these days you're gonna go on one terrible like terror rant, and you're gonna say the right funny thing, like something awful, to the right person, and you're suddenly gonna have a bunch of followers that you don't know what to do with.
The funny thing that I noticed this as well, this kind of trend happening to me as well. More and more people begin to like my own artwork as I improve, and hey, that's a good thing. Now I'm also got to deal with the potential risk of dealing with crazy people losing their shit over anime characters and bikinis nowadays.
Oh my god!
I just hope I just hope that you registered your whatever accounts that those are on under a different email than anything else, because you want to make sure that if a data breach happens, that they don't get the email. Like, how am I supposed to? I don't want someone getting your email and then doxing you using it.
Yeah,
So you might want to have everything else under a different email than anything your art is on.
I don't know what I'll do if I somehow fucking get a YouTube play button at some point, because they'd be like, I didn't do anything. I don't game. I don't do reacts.
No, neither did 2/3 of the morons they're giving them to.
To be fair, I mean, now you're just become like the real life version of Luigi Does Nothing videos.
Let's see.
There's actually this guy who does ant farms, and yes, I follow a guy who does ant farms because I think it's interesting. But he got 2 YouTube subscribe buttons, and he's like, I don't know if it was a mistake or something. I'm like, oh, come on. You make habitats for ants and stuff. You know why they sent you to. And he ended up making a habitat using the other YouTube play button.
Aw.
That's kick
So
ass. I'm not gonna lie.
when I become a full-time animation channel, I hope I could at least get like at least 10K subs.
Again, I would suggest going with a show like Dead End Paranormal Park, something fairly new, and then slowly work up to older shows like, say, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna review newer stuff
Speaking
too.
of something though, speaking of something, like whoever gave me the idea, I should change my
And
email.
I even take requests, so I might review Dead End Paranormal Park sometime for my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Deal.
Guys,
Mhm.
good.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw the thing, but my friend, he tweeted at Craig McCracken, and his thing is trending on Reddit. And yes, I have a Reddit, but I'm not like the idiots on Reddit. It's so I can get memes for like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. But the point is, he's trending on Reddit because he basically said, so how is this Powerpuff Girls reboot going to be any different from the 2016 one? Craig McCracken, because I will be involved. I'm like, God
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. That was golden too. Like, you dropped your crown, sir.
Finally,
It's like,
he has some balls.
and this just proves my point. If you try to do something without the creator, short of them, being dead, I'm not going to be happy with you, because it's like, why the hell aren't you collaborating with the guy who, basically made the show that made you money? What also pisses me off is the reboot from 2016. They didn't even call Tara or the other women who played the girls to see if they wanted to. Now, I can understand if they called Tara up and said, hey, you want to be Bubbles again? She's like, not really. Then yeah, I get it. You got to replace Bubbles because Bubbles doesn't want to come back. But they didn't even talk to her. She found out from the fans who were curious as to why she didn't come back as Bubbles. The poor woman was distraught because Bubbles is one of her favorite characters to voice. And it just pissed me off.
Yeah, they really
mean-
done fucked up.
But at the same time, though, at least they were saved, because Purple Girls 2016 was garbage, and I do not want to see or hear Tara Strong as Bubbles saying "No me gusta."
Hell, even Teen Titans Go had Tara Strong voice Raven.
Yeah, I feel bad for her when she had the voice Raven.
I don't feel bad for her. All of her SJW crap, she can ruin her own reputation. She doesn't need their help.
Wait,
No.
SJW crap. Wait,
Tara Strong Senpai is not SJW.
I mean, I could be wrong. I haven't been.
Are you kidding me?
I haven't been on Twitter in a while, so I don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah, same.
I don't want to know what's going on Twitter, to be
No,
honest.
I promise you, she's a fucking Wookiee, just like Mark Hamill.
No, she isn't. No,
Wait.
you're wrong. You're lying.
Whoa! What are you saying about Mark Hamill?
I'm saying that Mark Hamill and Tara Strong are both a couple of fucking Wokies.
No, you're wrong. You're lying.
Wait.
You sit on a throne of
So let me
lies.
Let me guess. She said some stuff about Trump, and Trump is evil, blah blah blah. And
No, this has nothing to do with Trump.
Okay,
I am fucking tired of being called a misogynist and a bigot and a Nazi because they don't like my opinions, and that she has aligned herself just like Mark Hamill. They have aligned themselves with the same people that we are complaining about. And I mean, it's cool. You still like their work, and that's fine. I still admire Christopher Sabat's work, but I know he's a human piece of shit.
If I find Mark Hamill's Facebook, I'm going to say it ain't so, Mark. Say you haven't joined the dark side. You shame me by joining
the only
side.
Is it scary to me that the professional artists and professional
You were
people,
supposed to destroy them, not join them.
Let me say
You've
this.
become the very thing you were supposed to destroy.
Okay, so let me get this straight. It's scary to me that people in the professional side, like the energy and stuff like that, right? Woke as fuck. Knowing people like me, somehow accurate functioning normal.
I'm starting to think that some of them are pretending to be woke because they're afraid of getting
so
fired.
That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
If they grow a damn spine, they, I mean,
they'd lose their
this
job
shit
and
won't last.
they'd be blacklisted.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This shit won't last forever. And if enough of them walk out at once, it won't last at all.
Well, I'm just going to say this now. I'm even more pissed that Grogu went with Luke now, knowing this. And I don't care if I'm supposed to separate the art from the bastard doing it. I was still upset that Grogu got taken from the Mandalorian.
Have you not seen the Book of Boba Fett?
Oh God, it is a trash fire.
I'd rather not. I have not been hearing good stuff about it.
Grogu. Spoiler alert: Grogu came back to the Mandalorian.
Well, so
I will not believe that until it's in the actual show, and they're supposed to have a third season in February of 2023.
Yeah, I won't be watching it. I don't care anymore.
I will still never forgive them for what they did to Gina Carano.
Yeah, I'm
sorry. Yeah.
Too.
Oh, grief.
But this just proves that wokies are fucking full of bullshit and hypocrites. Oh, we want strong, independent women to be role models for our girls. Here's Gina Carano as Cara Dune. Oh, but she said something that goes against our thing, poking holes and stuff, so she is a problem. Meanwhile, you got this guy named Pablo Fatass, who also works with Star Wars, who said something similar, but nothing has fucking happened to his fat ass.
Because when their kind does it, no one says
it's okay.
anything.
It's not hypocrisy. It's hierarchy. Basically, if you're on their side, you're a better person. So you follow a different set of rules. It's the rules for me and not for thee.
Yeah, well, if I ever meet him and he says something to piss me off bad enough, I won't hesitate to punch him in the nose. I should go for the groin, but that won't be fit. But that would be cruel to every man who is decent, because then they have to wince when they see it.
Hey, Mr. Anime, another redesign for my avatar. Guess what I used to make this?
What'd you actually make it with?
Crayola Magic?
MS Paint.
Oh, nice. Anyway, also, I think that Pablo you're referring to is Pablo Hidalgo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care. I hate the fact that he gets to say bullshit. True bullshit, but bullshit nonetheless. But when Gina does it, oh, no. You gone too far, Gina.
So, anyways.
Anyway.
The reason why I made this one in MS Paint is because, well, I can't speak today. Anyways, I've always wanted to try MS Paint and wanted to go for an official render that isn't hand drawn. So that's why I went with this.
Whoa! Have you never owned a computer, Shadow?
Well, yeah, I own a computer right now.
What I'm saying is, MS Paint has practically been a thing since at least the 90s, if not longer.
To be fair, Didi,
I know.
Didi, you gotta remember, this is also the guy who didn't know what the fuck getting shit-faced was.
Oh, come on, Dio. It was only one time.
Okay, guys. Basically, Carl Carlson says Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, and the like are dead IPs. Good can fill the voids left by them. Let's hope the Witch from Mercury won't be full-on woke due to Bondi's new conference.
What's worrying me is I've
already written off Bondi Namco. I'm sorry.
Bondi who? I forgot about them.
I saw a video by Clownfish. Disney wants to buy Doctor Who. I'm like, oh come on! It's already been murdered and left to rot.
They're already dead.
It would be funny. It would be funny if Disney bought it. It'd be funny if Disney bought it and failed to make back what they paid.
And they go out of business for it too. Oh,
Well, it wouldn't put them out
yeah.
of business unless they did it repeatedly.
Nah.
Yeah.
They ain't going out of business as long as they
So,
the Disney Princess line.
so
By
Mr.
the way,
A,
speaking of, well, go on, Nep.
there's something I actually cannot believe. So I was on another server and a poll article and poll server I was in, and I just recently saw this interesting shit I saw in private chat. And I look at them like, yeah, Lolicon. This person was like saying, oh, at first I was like, oh, okay, he finally come to his senses. No, he didn't. You shouldn't be censored. Yeah, thank God he finally shut the fuck up about anti-Lolicon. But then they see the H word. Basically, they want us to be hanging from trees and stuff like that. All because we support the idea of drawing something. I'm like, dipshit. What?
I was watching this little snippet thing on YouTube earlier.
Yeah.
And this girl named Nikki, she was basically doing a thing of a lot of Asian people who saw Turning Red, and it's a good movie. I don't care what anyone says. It is a good movie. I'm sorry you can't handle a fucking period joke. But anyway,
you know what?
But anyway, Nikki is doing this thing where it shows Asian Americans who saw the film and they're like, why is it so relatable? Why did Disney have to do this? And I just commented, yes, the double-edged sword of representation.
Yep.
Hey, Nap. I just want to say something about that picture. Here's the thing: in a world without law, here's the thing: is that in a world without law, they do realize the lolly artists could get like automatic weapons and rocket launchers and stuff, right? Because if there was no law, there would be no such thing as gun control.
Oh, you know that's.
By the way, before I forget, I was scrolling on Twitter right now, and Disney changed its name of fairy godmothers in U.S. theme parks to gender-neutral princesses to be more inclusive. Companies said.
Why not call it a fairy god person then, or parent? You know, something that's already gender neutral.
Because
why do we care about gender neutral to begin with nowadays?
Because
they want to get the money from the wokies, but they don't seem to get that the wokies don't represent the queer people like me and Dio, who are like, look, we want representation. That's why we fucking love Loose and Amity, but we don't want the crap you want. Hell, Alex Hurst, who is in a relationship with the creator of the Owl House, basically called out Disney a couple of years ago. He's even released stuff that was cut. He was forced to cut from the show's script for Gravity Falls, like Chub Pub.
Oh, and don't forget, they couldn't say poop face because that was too close to shit face.
Okay, what kid knows the term shit face? Because those are bad parents if a kid knows the term shit face.
Not just that, but I'm pretty sure any and all kids say poop face or poop brain or
Poopy
whatever.
head.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, honestly, Disney just really just keep making me want to be like, well.
This is why, honestly, if they keep going woke, eventually they're gonna have to start selling off their IPs because they can't keep going like this forever.
I mean, hell. Normally, I'm one of those people who get annoyed when people wait until the end of a show to, show characters being queer. But we see in the cut stuff that Alex had to cut that Disney were like, we don't like how Officer Blubs and his partner act around each other. So Alex had to say, oh, they're just very good friends. Hint, hint.
Oh, God.
I mean,
I'll be honest though. I can see Disney get hostile takeover. To be honest.
I mean, what's sad is Amphibia had to basically do the same thing with their ending.
I'm both pissed and I'm both pissed at the fact we had to wait to find out about Sasha, but I also like that Sasha is queer because it adds a whole new layer to the season 1 finale if you think about it.
Oh boy.
And also, Leona and the other woman, the salamander lady.
Olivia and
Luna, Olivia and Luna, that's the name, yes.
yeah. And I could see Olivia and Luna because there are a lot of stories of people who ended up meeting during war and realizing life's too short, so let's get married.
Yep.
Yeah.
Warforged lovers, it's called.
I know, I just can't help but think of, during Andres' takeover, Luna's like, hey, so since it's the end of the world, you wanna, I don't know, hook up?
Also, guys, another thing, I've actually just found out about this because I actually listened to the audio version of A Clockwork Orange, but it turns out the book is actually way different than the movie.
For much worse than the movie or much better? What are we looking at here?
Yeah, let me just put it like this. Basically, it turns out that in the book, Alex is actually a 15-year-old boy.
Huh.
Oh.
Yeah, and it turns out that, and this is really messed up.
I'm singing in the rain.
Except that's not in the book at all.
I am still pissed at Warner Brothers for basically doing my boy Pepe Le Pew dirty, but they still kept those assholes when there's a scene in the fucking movie where they grape a woman in front of her husband.
Yeah, except that's in the book, but, apparently, here's the thing. It turns out that, I'm going to use J. Senpai X4's terms here. He actually McDonald's frappes 2 10-year-old girls.
Oh, God.
Look, my point is, I don't care if it's a blink and you'll miss it moment cameo. I'm still pissed that they got rid of Pepe because he chases Penelope Pussycat, who I might add in several Pepe Le Pew shorts was also a chaser too when she didn't have to worry about Pepe's stench. That would scare Pepe into being like, no. Hell, there's even a thing where Pepe douses himself in perfume when he finally realizes, oh shit, that's why she's running from me. Not basically it's a no means no thing. Penelope doesn't mind fucking Pepe, it's the stench. She ain't a no means no girl. She's a oh my god, you fucking stink, take a bath girl.
Yeah.
So basically, she's not a SJW girl then.
Yeah, she only runs from Pepe because he stinks, because he's a fucking skunk. And Pepe has done a couple times where he douses himself in perfume, but gets scared when Penelope's like, ooh, hey, big boy, how about you and me go in the back and do some kinky shit?
Yep.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
My point is, I'm pissed they got rid of Pepe because they only want to see him as someone who doesn't take no for no, even though if you watched enough of the shorts, you know it's the fact he fucking stinks. Not the fact that she doesn't want him, but blink and you'll miss it moment cameo of the fucking assholes from A Clockwork Orange who raped a woman in front of her husband.
Wow.
They actually did
They
that.
didn't say, but Pepe. Oh, no. This is why I will never watch the second Space Jam movie. I'll stick to the first one because it's part of my childhood, but I will not watch the second one because I'm pissed at what they did to my boy Pepe. And Pepe was one of my favorite Looney Tunes characters as a kid. So if I, a woman, am saying Pepe is a sweet guy, then you have no fucking excuse to say that he is a sexual assaulter.
And what makes it even funnier is the fact that you, as a woman, like Pepe Le Pew, who is something that the SJWs cannot stand, and it really destroys their
Yeah,
narrative.
basically, if I was an anthropomorphic animal in Looney Tunes, I'd be going after Pepe too. So fuck off, you wokey scum. You can suck my fucking clit.
Yeah, that's a pretty good
Yeah.
one.
No, I will say this though, that what
Yeah.
drives me insane. Like when I saw what they did to Little Bunny, I'm like, what I honestly, it's like, wow, they really did something smart. At first, I was like, you fucking retards, why do you do something stupid? And I realized, wait, you inadvertently gave me an opportunity to loot her since she has a fighter chest. And then I say, oh, you fucking idiots, you just gave me an opportunity to loot her.
You absolute buffoons! You ignoramuses! You have no idea what you've done!
You've
They just-
played yourself.
This means war.
In other words, they just given us the opportunity to do it, so they can't complain when they go, oh, you can't do that to our characters. You could have did a better job, but oh well.
Not
Yeah.
just that, but Lola Bunny.
Also, I'm gonna go with Doug, the nostalgia critic. I will admit I like her personality from, I think it's called the Looney Tunes show,
Mhm.
where Lola's crazy and stuff. I do like that better, but I like that they more or less tried to stick to her original body type, not this, hey, let's remove her tatas.
Because all that
Yeah.
really is the SJWs. They hate boobs. They hate women who look like women. So it's like, no, we gotta
Yeah.
get
I
rid
think
of
I
it.
think that they'd rather have they want to train. I guess at this point I wonder if they're trying to train young people to go after non-binary people or something.
Huh? That's kind of in well. Non-binary people don't even exist. I'm sorry. I don't.
Well,
I don't.
I'm just saying like
Oh, there you go.
they're trying to get them like the stereotypical look of one. Like they're trying to get people like they're trying to make it so that people don't know what boobs are and stuff like
You know
that.
what's hilarious? You know what's absolutely hilarious? So a while back, that shitty game called Tim Tim came out. It is basically a game based on Pokemon, but it's way worse and shit. So you get to choose three genders, two real and one fictional, and you get the male, you got the female, and then you get the non-binary. The non-binary is just the female body type, but with the word non-binary. So that you didn't do anything.
I think
Honestly,
I think South Park The Fractured But Whole did this better because I have a couple save slots for the game, so I could try everything out. I did the normal cis hetero female thing. Then I did transgender, non-binary, and all that stuff. And no matter what, you're always attacked by a bunch of rednecks. It doesn't matter if you go with being cis, trans, whatever. You're always attacked by the fucking rednecks.
They don't understand. They just actually want to freaking be offended for something over the stupidest of things.
Which also goes back to my main point. What pisses me off with a lot of anti-lolicons, it's like I'm looking at them like, if you're woke and you're literally attacking someone who's making, I don't know, fascistic characters, what's stopping my ass from just literally just make my characters, every single one, with giant boobs, and just shoot the middle finger and just to go tell you to go fuck yourself at that point.
I
You
mean,
know,
God, if you actually, there's no fucking there's no happy medium with those types of people, because
okay,
apparently, if you actually
look, they're fucking
let me
hypocrites.
finish. Let me finish. Okay, if you draw them flat chested, it's like, oh my god, you're a freaking pedo. But if you actually draw them with big big honkers,
Have you ever
then
seen
you're
a real
practically
woman?
like,
That's
oh,
have you ever
her
seen
freaking,
real?
oh, her poor back. It's actually freaking must be. It must hurt actually have boobs that huge, or oh my god, we're organs. God
Yeah,
damn.
my sister has that figure of, oh my god, where are her organs? I actually showed her that, and she's like, have they never seen a fit woman before?
Huh. No,
And
they don't.
they're
I
fucking
mean,
they're fucking hypocrites because these are the same people who will say don't body shame someone who's basically so fat they need help wiping their ass in the bathroom, but will go and body shame a woman for having basically watermelons instead of apples.
Yep.
I mean, again, these
Yep.
are SJWs. They don't know what healthy looks like. To them, healthy is basically a busted garbage bag with popsicle legs.
Hey,
Hell,
Dio, you
Oh,
saw that?
God.
You saw that thing I sent, right?
Wait,
Cursed.
what?
Cursed.
Wait, what?
The
What are you talking
other
about?
one, the other one, Shadow, not the one from that ad while I was playing a mobile game.
wait. What happened?
Well,
Oh no. What had I
Okay, I'll explain the first one, but I was talking about the other thing I shared. But the first thing, I was playing a mobile game, and you'll get ads from time to time.
mm-hmm.
Well, I got this thing for an evolution game, and it showed this thing that basically looks like a boomer from Left 4 Dead.
Oh boy.
Possible stolen asset.
Wow, and Valve's gonna have a field day
Says-
with these people.
And it says, help her get in shape.
Oh, wait, I did see that one. Remember?
Oh wow.
I
Oh
did see that
wow.
one, and I was like, Didi, I'm still sick, and you show me this disgusting filth.
The other thing I shared, not that thing.
I don't
I-
remember.
Oh man.
If you haven't,
Oh, this one. Yeah. The one with the lady in it. That's yeah.
I still to this day find it funny that the fact
I
that
have no idea
However,
what you guys are talking about. I
yeah,
don't-
look at the messages, Shadow.
God damn it, Shadow.
Oh wait. It's just I would assume you were talking about the thing you just sent this morning, not something earlier.
Shadow.
It's the newest thing, Shadow. It's the thing in the thing.
Shadow,
Oh.
I
You
am.
had seen it, you wouldn't be instantly thinking about the first thing I shared.
Shadow.
Wait, hold
I'm
on a
still
second.
sick, and I have no time.
Wait,
for
what
your
solo
shenanigans
you
today.
put it on, Didi?
It's a thing between all three of us, so we can talk about our D&D sessions, so we can avoid cluttering up my Discord too much.
Understandable.
All right. Well,
But
it's
yeah,
actually the right time we actually wrap this up, guys, because
Yeah.
I guess if I'm not busy tomorrow, we'll be here again.
Yep.
yes.
I just
Hopefully
need to
I
get a
feel
Discord
better.
links. I mean, oops, not Discord link, but
And
be notified.
Dio, Shadow, I want y'all both to comment on the thing once you see it.
I know, I did see it this morning, and yes, I
Oh
will.
God.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
Oh
At least
God.
a good thing I
They
haven't seen it
released
yet.
another She-Hulk trailer.
Oh
At least I'm
yeah.
glad-
Well, we can talk about the She-Hulk
Hey.
trailer tomorrow.
I don't like the look of She-Hulk.
I'm hopefully that I don't have to sit through this and watch it.
Well,
Oh,
anyway,
dude,
let's get our fun goodbyes out of the way, guys.
Alright.
I'll start up first. Anyway, guys, make sure you draw and do not let these antis stop you. And most importantly, give them the middle finger off. I'll see you guys later.
All right. Shadow.
Stick with the shadows because at the end of the day, the darkness is always with you. And I'm gonna go on MS Paint again to make some more PNGs.
All right. Dio.
Alright, it was great. I'm pretty sure everyone can realize that I am still sick from yesterday. That's why I sound like 50 shades of shit. But let your desires burn brightly, and fuck the Wokies, Futanori, and femboys are not transphobic. You sad, pathetic land whales with
RuPaul would like a word with you if you're going to say femboys or transphobic. Because you're basically saying RuPaul is transphobic because he's a drag queen.
All right. Anyway, so
Yeah. Screw the Wokies. Screw people who want to make art and fiction illegal because of their moral panic and their lighting their hair on fire. And
what?
Lighting their hair on fire is another word for like they're panicked and they're like a moral panic kind of thing.
Oh, I thought someone was literally lighting their hair on fire.
No.
I know it's surprised me.
And these
If Firecracker home meeting.
and you gotta remember the lolly, the anti-lolly thing is an extension of the Anita Sarkeesian type of feminism, and it's
We don't
and
talk about that fucking bitch or her friend Zoe Quinn.
yeah, and if there was pushback, like if there was pushback back in when it started here, like there is now in Japan, like Japan's pushing back against it. We just let it happen because we didn't know any better. We were the first ones that they tried it on and it worked. But hopefully hopefully Japan has seen what happened here and won't repeat the same mistake.
All right.
And that's all I want to say.
Yeah.
All right, Bubba.
Well, thanks for having me on. It's been fun. You know, I'm off tonight, so I'm gonna give me a little bit of sleep now. Probably drink some rum when I wake up, and see about having a good day. Peace out, everybody.
All right, Edie.
I am a woman. If you can't trust my word about shit, then y'all are fucking hypocrites.
All right, and thank you guys for actually coming on board and dealing with my craziness. And as always, guys, just remember these 4 things. Respect the life of fan service, enjoy fandoms, embrace your degeneracy as long as it's legal and it doesn't harm anyone or yourself. Anime is freedom, and until the next time we meet again, this is Mr. Anime 343 saying, God, anime, mecha, and big titty waifu fucking speed.